Here's what I'm upset about. I'm upset that people are upset. Some people that were putting statues up of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman.
And why am I not surprised?
Right.
Somebody's always upset about everything.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They say, hey, why would you put up statues of meth cooks?
Okay.
Yeah, and to that I'd say, they're not actually meth cooks, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Right? Mm-hmm. Also, I feel like we put up statues of people who have done way worse things than cook meth.
Real life worse things.
Yeah.
Lights, camera, action.
UPS, you piece of
I was like, you know what I want to do one day? I want to join a gang.
We're in 2022. Upgrade the cameras.
Yeah.
We can see Saturn and shit, but I can't get a clear picture of someone robbing the gas station.
That was the greatest night in the history of television.
Welcome back to Redband. How you been?
How you been?
It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Probably not.
Not this time. Usually people are messaging me and they're like, what happened? Why aren't you guys doing this? Did you guys break up? They ask me occasionally.
Yeah. What do you think about this setup? I'm facing this way.
Yeah,
So there's a little more of the microphone not blocking my face.
exactly.
Maybe you like the microphone blocking my face.
Maybe
Maybe
like
that's
it.
how it should be, but we'll try it this way.
We're
And
gonna-
we got someone here.
Hi, I'm Elijah's little brother, Santana.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We
Fan of the
got
pod.
some Elijah's kin. No, not your kin. He's not your kid.
What if, Santana, what if on this show, I was like, by the way, you're my child.
I don't know what I would do.
Mom's your grandma.
Oh,
I had you when I was 10. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure. My
I'm
pleasure.
glad my Santana, my little brother here, has become quite the film junkie lately.
Yeah,
He really has been.
I've been getting into horror a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wonderful. Well, we love a good film junkie here on this podcast. That's for sure.
sure.
I'm very proud. I don't know. We've always gone and seen movies.
Yeah.
We've always just indulged in film and television.
Mm-hmm. When I was younger,
Yeah.
come up with ideas: shark versus tornado versus volcano
Yes.
versus earthquake.
Nice.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what it was?
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
Shark versus tornado versus volcano versus earthquake.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're a genius already.
I was.
Sci-fi is calling already.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, hey, hold on.
Also, you, so that's kind of funny you say that because there was that guy on TikTok. And what is he? He writes. He's a writer for sci-fi?
Writer and director.
For sci-fi movies.
Yes, I think so.
And you're the one who sent his TikTok to us that we used in the beginning of that one episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a producer actually.
He's a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And then you commented on his TikTok and you said, do you think that Santa Jaws was snubbed for an Oscar?
Yeah, yeah.
And he, I think, legitimately answered yes.
Yeah, it was like, yes, absolutely.
Wow. All right.
Uh-huh.
It's great to see that he engages back.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I guess better than we do since no one gives a shit about us. Which, you know, and that's okay, though. We're happy to be back. And I have my little brother on, and you've had your little brother on.
Mm-hmm.
And since ratings are down, I think we need to get a pay-per-view where we get both our little brothers. We put them in a cage.
Yeah.
They read a book. They do a Sudoku puzzle, and then they fight to the death.
Sure.
Because ratings are down,
Yeah.
and we need to build up engagement. So
Absolutely.
that is why we brought you on. This is Squid Games,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Right. Yeah.
This is Little Brother Squid Game.
This is the first game.
Real quick, Estevan, how have you been? What have you been up to?
I've been good. I've been busy.
Yeah.
I just came off 2 back-to-back shoots,
Okay.
did a music video,
Very good.
and did a commercial.
Damn.
So maybe by the time this episode airs, they might be out. I don't know.
Very good. Esteban's been busy. He's been working. I love it.
I've been busy. We did the music video was fun. We shot it in the Stranger Things house, part of it.
Yeah.
So if you've seen Stranger Things, you know the house where Joyce lives in the most recent season. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was super cool. And then the commercial just kind of shot various locations. So that was back to back 4 days for both to get both of them done. So yeah, that was busy work. Busy work.
Very good. I love it.
And you've been up to a lot, right? Moving.
Yeah. I thought I'd be moving potentially out to Texas with my mom and my little brother at one point. No, I'm just kidding. What would you do if I just showed up at the door and was like, "We're here"?
I'd welcome you.
You would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play games.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Play some games. We'd have fun.
Yeah, we'd have fun.
Oh, I miss living with you.
Yeah.
My little brother. Yeah, I had a plan for what I was going to do, where I was going to move. And then let's just say plans changed.
As they do.
As they do. But plans changed, and I didn't have a plan B. And if you watch any movie, you know you got to have a plan B.
Yeah, always.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't learn. So then I had a week to find a place.
Wow.
And we didn't find a place in a week. So then we stayed with my girl's dad. And then we found a place, which was good. Yeah. But let's just say I've moved more times in the last 2 to 3 weeks than I have in a fucking while.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you think about it. I moved out of my original apartment in like the beginning of, or at the end of May, I guess. Moved out of my original apartment, moved out of the second place, and then moved into the new place, but like weeks apart.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, to say that I almost sold my body, is an understatement.
Understatement, yeah.
But Uber Eats sufficed.
Okay.
Yeah, Uber Eats instead of OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
So
Only eats. Yeah, no, to find a place in a week in this climate,
No.
good luck.
No.
Good luck. I hate moving.
Yeah.
Hate moving. And to think there's people who choose that as their profession. They are professional movers. That's like the worst part of the deal. You're doing the worst part of, because like you move and it's like you're moving out of the old place into the new place, which is exciting.
Right.
And the moving stuff sucks, but at the end of it, you get to kick back on the couch in your new place.
Right.
Movers, you're just doing the worst part of it.
Oh yeah.
It's like
24/7.
flight attendants. Like you got to just be on a plane with shitty people and going through turbulence and hot air and stuffiness. And then when you land, you don't even get to go have a fun trip. You just get on a plane again and do the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bless you all. I don't know how you guys do those jobs.
God bless the flight attendant.
Yeah.
You know, but also chop, you know, like hurry up because
those bagged peanuts aren't going to serve themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's it.
So coincidentally, when your brother was on, that was our Office and Parks and Rec episode.
Absolutely.
But what we have here is an Office, Parks and Rec aficionado. What are your stats, Santana? Give your stats.
Post them up.
Okay. Lifelong Office fan. Part-time Parks and Rec fan.
All right.
Okay.
I've seen The Office about 14 times.
Ooh.
Ballpark. And then Parks and Rec twice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll die on the hill that The Office is better.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I will.
And why?
Yeah.
I don't know, with the Parks and Rec, that whole time skip thing. I know the ending of The Office isn't as strong either, but I think it pulled itself together. And then the first like 6-7 seasons are just so strong. I don't think the Parks and Rec can compete.
Yeah.
That's fair. And I won't even argue against that.
Sure.
Yeah. I won't.
How many seasons is Parks and Rec?
They're like 7.
Okay.
I think.
And how many is The Office? 8?
9.
9.
I think it's 9, yeah.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
And what was that our conclusion of the episode?
I believe it was. Mine was that I love them both, but that if I'm faced with watching, like choosing one of the two, 9 times out of 10, I would pick The Office.
Right.
To watch.
Sure.
And it makes sense. I mean, I remember for years, like walking past your room and hearing, you know, the Office theme song.
Oh, yeah.
and you, I think you have a problem. This is an
I might,
intervention.
I might, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone watches anything 14 times, but
Oh, yeah.
I guess we found the one thing you're addicted to besides swimming. This guy with all his healthy addictions,
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit, you know, got none of the bad genetics in the family.
Man.
You know, no, I'm just fucking.
No, you should have seen me when they took it off Netflix.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Heartbreaking.
I know.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Well, what's your big show right now?
Just got finished on with Barry
Right.
and then Ozark a couple months ago.
Yes.
I'm not really watching anything right now, but I've been thinking about going back to watch Dexter
Okay.
because they have that new blood.
Nice.
Yeah. But
Estevan, did you ever do Dexter?
No.
Okay.
I've never seen any of those shows.
I really.
Yeah.
You see, Estevan. But that's the thing is he's making things.
yeah,
Yeah. It's hard. There's so many. There's too many things.
there's too many things.
It's hard to keep up. It really is. I'm doing my best, right? Like I've finished Stranger Things, finished Obi-Wan.
Yep.
What else?
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sorry, you finished Obi-Wan. I got
Yeah.
excited. Okay, continue.
I'm in Walking Dead right now. Just got to season 5,
Oh,
Okay.
good.
which beforehand I had only seen the first 2 episodes.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
surprisingly.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying to make moves,
Yeah.
which I did. I actually didn't realize that Walking Dead is still going.
It's still going.
It's still, they're like ending in October, but
yeah.
I think by then I should be all caught up. So that'll be fun for me.
Yeah. No. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Santana, you watched that too, right?
I do. Yeah. I stopped season 9 or 8, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've all seen the fucking Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
and I
we
think
have.
that's hot.
It
That's
is.
hot.
It's hot.
That's real hot.
I got to say, great for Kate Bush,
Yeah.
Yep.
because I read somewhere that she has always owned like the rights to her music, that it was only the distributor or whatever was the only third party. And so because of Stranger Things, she's made 2.7 million off of that song now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Something like that. It's probably more now since I've last read that stat, but yeah, I mean, good for her.
Being a one-hit wonder, not a bad life.
Unless you're Vanilla Ice. He has his cameos in Adam Sandler movies now, which I guess keeps him afloat, but yeah.
Why, Sandler? Why Vanilla Ice? Why are you friends with him? Which reminds me, I still haven't seen Hustle.
Oh,
Me either.
no, you guys got to get on that. It's very good.
That's a good one, huh?
Yep.
Fuck. Yeah, the use of music in this season of Stranger Things. I mean, have they always? I can't.
They're usually like scores. I mean,
Yeah.
I know in season 1 it was I don't remember, but there was a song in season 1 that like Jonathan Byers was really into, and he was showing Will,
Right.
and they would listen to it together.
Yes.
I forgot what it was, but they had that. But for the most part, it's just like score music, which is always great, very synthy,
Yes,
80s sounding. Yeah,
their scores are amazing.
yeah.
They're goated. And since my little brother's here, I'm going to use Gen Z terms.
Gen Z, goated,
They are goated.
goated with the sauce.
Peak.
Peak.
Now that was what you texted me about Stranger Things. You said peak
Season 4
content.
specifically.
Season 4 specifically, peak content.
Sure.
So now there's peak, there's mid.
Ah!
What's the
mid.
lowest tier?
L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an L.
Yeah, that's
okay,
an L.
common L.
Major L.
Yeah,
Yeah, and if we're going to talk L's and W's, then it would be like L, mid, W, and then peak.
Peak.
Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I
Now
like
maybe
that.
goated.
And goated.
And then goaded. Okay.
And then goated. So
Sure.
just in case anyone is wondering,
The tiers.
Yep.
that is what it is. Which honestly, it's better than any other grading system I've ever fucking heard of.
Sure.
I'd rather say that than
It was all right.
3 stars.
It was okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Terrible.
You want to know a shitty a shitty grading system.
Give it to me.
My high school math teacher, who, by the way, resembled the Heat Miser. Have you ever seen A Year Without Santa?
I have not.
The Heat Miser is like the devil, and he has the fire and the really spiky hair, and it's just like she's a she-devil.
Yeah.
Well, she is. The Heat Miser is whatever, but like my math teacher is absolutely Satan's mistress, and she looked like it. And I'm convinced the hair was to cover the horns. But her grading system was you got a green 1 if you did the assignment all the way through. That means your name, the title, you wrote down the question, wrote down word for word the question, showed your work. It didn't matter if you got the right answer.
Wow.
And you did that with every question. You got a stamp, green.
Okay.
If you didn't, then you would get a red 2. I might have it flipped. Green 2, red 1, right?
Okay.
And that was if you didn't write down the question, or maybe you didn't show your work, or you didn't do it at all. You could get a red 1 by just writing your name on the paper and turning it in. So here's where that grading system is flawed. Because it doesn't matter what you do.
Right.
It really didn't matter if you got the right answer, right? And so one day, I came home from, I think it was track practice.
Yeah.
And I was super tired, and I still had her homework to do. So I'm doing it. It's late. I'm half asleep. And I was writing everything down. But then there was this graph section, and she gave us graph paper for it.
Christ.
So I drew the graphs, and I thought like that was me like writing everything down and like showing my work. And I wasn't the only one.
Right.
So when I got to class the next morning, the girl across from me, the teacher came, she was like looking at it, and then she just, boom, hit it with the red 1. And the girl across from me looked so puzzled. She's like, wait a minute. And I saw that, and I was like, whoa, my work looks just like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then she came, and she looked at mine, and then hit it with the red 1.
Ouch.
And I snapped.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's bullshit. And I said this. Her back was already turned to me, and she was like, excuse me? And I just stayed quiet. She's like, what did you say? And I was like, nothing. And then she's like, go wait for me outside. And I was like, oh, this bitch. All right, we're going to do this. And I was seeing red.
Yeah.
So I stood outside, and then she came out, and she was like, is there something you would like to say to me? And I tried to start explaining why I was mad. And she's like, nope, that's not what you need to be telling me. Is there something else you would like to say? And I was just like on the verge.
Yeah.
And she was like, or do we need to go see the principal?
Oh my
Hate
God.
I was like, my God, not today. Not today. So I was like, I through my teeth, I was like, I'm sorry.
Oh.
And she was like, all right, now, are you ready to come back in, or do you need a few minutes? And I was like, I need a few minutes. And I took a walk.
Took a breath.
And I cooled down. And long story short, talk about poor grading systems.
Oh, yeah.
That was the poorest I've ever seen. What's the point? I got the same grade as a kid who did none of the homework and just wrote his name on it.
Stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I
grading
mean?
system.
Yeah.
L.
APS, baby.
Yep.
Now,
Public schools.
And bleep this out if we have to.
Sure.
We've said other teachers' names. Was this Miss?
How did you know?
Because that racist whore, that racist fucking Texan. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
She's from around your neck of the woods. No, I'm just kidding. You're a real New Mexican. You're not Texan.
Sure.
She, yeah, that's her.
Now, and Santana doesn't get this because he went to a very nice private school.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Where people did, where they grade your shit normal.
Yeah.
Sure.
But that just goes to show how New Mexico is ranked 49th in education.
Right.
Because you just need to write down your fucking name.
Yeah.
And that's the standard.
And I have teachers in the family, so I will defend teachers
I love it.
to an extent. That one, though, yourself.
Also, tie it up in a beautiful bow. This was at the high school they filmed Stranger Things.
El Dorado?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you catch that?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the twist in Stranger Things season 4.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I think everyone's seen it. Do
Sure.
you think everyone's seen
At this
it?
point, they had to have.
Yeah.
I mean, if I put my life on hold to watch it,
Yeah.
my wonderful busy life.
Mhm.
No, I'm just kidding. They've never done anything like that either,
Right.
right?
Yeah, no, and I mean the Duffer Brothers, I'm currently watching their masterclass
Oh, nice.
that they have on creating a TV show.
Hey,
And yeah, I mean they go into depth like they are planting stuff in season 1 that we're seeing starting to pay off in season 4.
wow.
Which is just like they are kind of the epitome of everything is intentional.
Right.
You know, nothing is an accident.
Yes.
And so that's great. I'm curious to hear why you graded it peak.
Yeah.
Why you think season 4 of all the seasons is peak.
Sure. So when I heard that season 4 was coming out soon, it had been a few years, like 6th grade, since I watched seasons 1 and 2. So I decided to rewatch the whole thing on Netflix. And while I was watching that, I was having a really hard time sticking with it because I just didn't like the characters at all. The story was pretty interesting, but I don't know. I just feel like it didn't hold up as much as when I was like 11 or 12.
11.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
So I was really disappointed, but I just stuck with it. And then when I got to season 4, I was just so surprised with like the gore, the dark themes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just really surprising, and I felt like it really went in a different direction, even though they were planning it from the start, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean they definitely upped everything. Every element
Everything.
they upped it.
Definitely. And like it just felt more refined. And I guess that's an interesting point where it's like, I bet you that's hard as being the Duffer Brothers who are making it, who like, I'm sure they would have liked to do what they did in season 4 and season 1. But to get to that point, you have to build up for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And then you can drop all these bombs, which I mean, and yeah, 1 through 3 were fine, but like you
Sure.
said, you know, compared to season 4, but that's what makes season 4 peak,
Yep.
peak,
High quality television.
high quality television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah, I
good.
think season 4 is great. Season 3 I think is still my favorite.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fun season.
It is. That's exactly it is. It's fun and it's got my favorite character in it, which is Billy.
Billy.
Right.
R.I.P. Billy.
Rip.
Which one is that again?
He's Max's older brother.
Oh, Billy. Yes.
Yeah.
Freaking, you know, with the mullet.
Yeah, with the
Billy,
badass. Yeah.
Billy.
Yeah. Did you say with the ass?
No, I said the badass.
With the ass.
I mean, with the ass too, you know. He's got all the
mullet,
features.
He's got the
The cake.
Yeah, and season 3 was definitely super awesome, and that's where I started back up.
Yeah.
I skipped 2, but just because there was no time.
Sure.
And you know, that's okay. I think 2 is not the greatest.
Okay.
Season 2.
They
They
introduced,
took a
like-
weird detour
Yeah.
where they had like all these other people who were like 11.
Yeah.
It was like a gang of them. And they were traveling around in a van and then they kind of just like disappeared.
Yep.
Like we haven't seen them since. So
Good. Let's hope we don't.
yeah. It was kind of I wasn't a fan of that little detour we took, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting. And you said they introduced who?
What he said, like
What
the
he
other
said,
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess what I'm wondering, and maybe you guys can help me with this, is like the tier of like, is the Mind Flayer the top thing, and then Vecna, and then obviously the Demigorgon or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Based off what we saw in season 4, I kind of feel like Vecna created everything in a way.
Interesting.
Like he got sent to that little realm and he just started like making it his own.
Yeah.
I could be totally wrong. I don't really know.
I like that though.
Yeah.
That
Either
makes-
that or he like took control of the Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. He kind of took control of what was already there.
Yeah. Either way, he's like the top dog, I think.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this season great is, you know, you get some questions answered. And you definitely, it's the world building of it. It's like the connecting the dots.
The world building's huge.
It's huge.
Did you see the little detail where the therapist, she's wearing a necklace and it's a clock tower thing?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. And so people are like, that's intentional. What does it
Right.
mean? Is she under Vecna's control?
Maybe.
And she's the therapist to all these kids who are like having the Vecna sightings in a way. They're hearing the clock tower. Then they die.
Yeah.
Also, well, they just never bring the therapist back. I was going to say, where did she go? But I forget. They go to her house, right? Max goes to her house.
Yeah, Max goes to her house and takes the keys, and then we don't see her again after that.
Okay.
So maybe she'll play a part in season 5, but
obviously a common running thing with the Stranger Things is referencing old 80s like movies, not just with literal references, but with like how they're doing it. And it was kind of cool to also see that like they've been holding back like the ability to reference Freddy Krueger, which is exactly what I felt Vecna was like coming from a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that they had that in their back pocket the whole time.
Yeah, and then obviously they draw a lot from D&D, which I know nothing about.
No, me neither.
But supposedly this like big red dragon creature might be the next thing. And Will paints it, and they're like, "Oh, that's that's Vecna under Vecna's control or something too." And
okay,
so I'm like, damn, how season 5 is gonna really explode. It's gonna pop. Like some shit is gonna go down.
And what's amazing to me is it's hard to capture the attention of a nation with a show right now.
Yes.
It's fucking it's like there's certain shows like even right now, Better Call Saul. I don't feel like it's the way Stranger Things is.
Yeah, no.
It's not even the way Breaking Bad is in terms of the hold.
Yeah.
So the way that Stranger Things had that shit on lock, pretty impressive. As Netflix is fucking dying a very slow death.
Stranger Things is like holding it afloat.
Oh yeah, once that's gone, it's over. Ozark's already done. Once Stranger Things is done.
They're gonna need something new, something fresh, maybe from minds that aren't already in the industry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got 3 aspiring filmmakers here.
I mean, hello? We're already where one of your studios is.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that.
That it literally doesn't.
No.
We're right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll do whatever you want. What do you want? You want us to sacrifice a goat?
Sure.
We'll do it.
Come on.
Yep.
Yeah.
We know how you guys rock.
There's plenty of wilderness out here. I know what you do in the woods.
We know what you do in the woods. Let's build a Bohemian Grove, New Mexico.
Sure. We don't have enough, haunted, twisted shit out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, like there's a 4 Seasons in New Mexico and California and
Yeah.
other places. There can be a Bohemian Grove here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We need a new attraction.
We can summon Payman,
We can.
like Hereditary.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do whatever you guys want.
Yeah. The options are endless. I'm a huge fan of the Separate Ways remix that they did. The Journey song.
Oh, which scene was that in?
I think they didn't play it until the end, but they use it in the trailer.
Right.
And that's just that shit goes hard.
Yes.
That song. I wish I could play it on here, but we'd probably get copyright strike.
Why do you get caught? It's like for most things like in the modern day, they don't give a fuck if you play it. But if you play a fucking song from like the 80s, the 60s to the 80s, they'll fucking take your video down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stupid.
Well, again, Kate Bush, from what I understand, she like didn't let anybody use her song ever.
Right.
But she was a fan of the show, so she was like, "Sure, you guys can use it." And now that song's everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the Metallica resurgence.
Yeah.
That was
I know.
I just thought about it again.
I know.
Eddie.
Oh, Eddie. Master of Puppets.
That was sick, right?
That was pretty
Was
sick.
that not fucking peak?
It was peak.
And then
It was peak.
I could literally cry right now just thinking about him and Dustin going back in the house and it's like most metal thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I want to cry.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I might.
Yeah.
I need a second.
Hey, go
guys.
ahead.
I need a
Yeah,
second.
take some time.
Yeah, no.
Those tears were earned.
Rest in peace.
It was a buildup. It's yeah, man. I like. I mean, we talk about '80s pool, right, and like drawing from references.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like Billy was very much a Rob Lowe inspired.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, Rob Lowe had like the earring. He was the bat, wore the jean jacket. I think he even had the longer kind of not mohawk,
Like the
mullet
yeah.
kind of look to him. Yeah, and then and this guy reminded me not 80s, but he reminded me kind of like of a Heath Ledger,
Yeah.
10 Things I Hate About You esque
For sure.
in a way. You know, just like that mysterious, odd man out, lone wolf kind of character. I liked it. I liked him a lot.
Absolutely. He's the subculture I relate to the most, which is like nerdy metalhead.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty much what I am still to this day. And so, you know, if I was alive in the 80s, that's probably where I would have fallen in. I probably would have been playing Dungeons and Dragons and listening to Metallica.
Yeah.
You know, and so I definitely, and selling drugs.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and selling drugs
To the cheerleaders and
to cheerleaders. Yeah.
yeah.
And then like maybe getting them to like me for a second, and then they get like mangled in front of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Something
by
like that.
by a ghost, or not a ghost, but like a interdimensional being.
Yeah.
So that's what I would have been in the 80s. And
For
so
sure.
that's why I love that. And you know, yeah, like I really like, well, the Satanic Panic stuff was really good too.
Yeah.
Which was another reference to the 80s, but not even pop culture, just real life.
Real. Yeah.
You know, which is like that when stranger things would happen, people would attribute it to the devil.
Yeah.
Much like they do now.
And witches.
And witches and witchery.
Yeah. Witchcraft.
And maybe they're not wrong. I don't know.
And that guy, man, who loves to make speeches.
God, I hate that.
You want to
fucking
punch
kid.
him in the face.
Yo. And then watching him get like ripped open.
Yeah.
With the fucking
That was good.
That was good.
It was good. It wasn't as satisfying. I really wanted him to just get beaten to a pulp or
Yeah.
something, you know, and then get ripped in half.
Sure.
Or like get Vecna'd, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True. Get Vecna.
Get back now.
I wanted him to get Vecna.
So you said that you weren't a fan of the characters in
Yeah.
season 1. So who is your favorite character?
Like in season 4, or just like in general?
I would say in general, the whole show.
I'd say 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah, she's just, I feel like consistently good.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in season 4. It was fun watching her go through that training arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love a good training arc.
Yep.
We love watching heroes build their powers again.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah. They did it in a new, interesting way, I think, as well.
Definitely. I gotta agree with 11. It gets me like pumped to see when she's being powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that shit with the helicopter,
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Badass.
top 5 scene of the season.
Yep.
Just it really just gave it a different scale. You know, usually she's just small. Well, and I mean she's done some crazy shit throughout the seasons, but it felt like it was like less like small scale, you know, coming of age.
Yeah.
And it was more like fucking watching a Superman movie or some
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It was intense.
It was intense.
The way they shot it is super, like, in your face.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to derail too much from Stranger Things, but you talk about that helicopter scene, makes me think of a scene in Obi-Wan,
Boy.
which got me going. Got me going for sure.
Did it tickle you a little?
A little bit.
It tickled you.
And spoilers, if you haven't watched Obi-Wan, Matt, turn this off. He hasn't seen Obi-Wan, man. And he hasn't even seen Stranger Things.
Oh.
This guy.
I thought you were slacking.
I know. Nah, man.
Matthew,
Yeah. Get on it.
get to your room
And watch
turn on your
TV.
TV.
No dinner till you finish your TV. But yeah, man, that's when Darth Vader walks out and they're taking those ships.
Yes.
And he just goes, stops the whole ass
So good.
freighter ship or whatever it is. My God. Shit was sick.
And then, okay, and I don't mind pivoting to Obi-Wan. I mean, I think we covered plenty of Stranger Things.
I think we did.
So, I mean, and Santana, you finally finished it,
I did.
right?
Yep.
Did we talk? I don't know if
we did talk about it.
We did talk about
Yeah,
it.
that last episode.
Yeah, that last episode, though. Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Man.
But that scene, that episode in particular, too, so there's that. You get to see the Darth Vader power. And it reminded me, Santana, do you remember when we used to play The Force Unleashed?
Yeah. Yes.
That game.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that game.
Oh,
because they
man.
let you do a lot of crazy shit. I think you have to stop a Star Destroyer with the fucking Force and shit.
Man.
And I mean, on a dime, man.
Yes.
On a dime, just woof,
Just
No
walks out.
hesitation.
done.
So, and then after that, when he fights the third sister,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's her name, right? The third sister.
Reva.
Which one?
Reva.
Reva.
Yeah.
Reva.
Yeah, I don't know the character names.
You know,
There's so many of them.
it's a bummer that I'm already forgetting, but
Sure.
it's fine. I mean, and that connection there, and what I realized, I mean, not what I realized, what I'm sure most people realized, is just that, you know, there's that montage of Anakin and Obi-Wan sparring.
Yes.
And then Vader kind of does the same thing to Reva.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of gives her that masterclass right quick.
Yeah.
He gives her that little, you know, let me teach you something, youngin'.
Yeah, right?
That young blood. Let me show you a little something about something.
Yeah.
That's how he did her. And that was just amazing.
was
And
good.
there's just something about seeing him hold two lightsabers that I wish he would have like went off with it a little more.
Yeah.
But even then, nothing is colder than him then turning it off and just dropping it in front of her and saying, "Get up, young blood.
Yeah.
Let me show you a little thing about
Let's
a little
scrap."
something." Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, I love this. I love shows.
well, yeah. And I mean, that just tickles us from our childhood, too.
Yes.
And because what do we love to see? We love to see competent protagonists,
Yes.
competent antagonists,
Yes.
and we love to see them at their peak power, right?
Yep.
Peak.
Going head to head and just seeing how that clashes. And I feel like this did that. And I've heard some mixed reviews
Sure.
about the show, but I mean, damn, dude, it's what you want from Darth Vader. Cause like, you know, the original series, you don't see him getting to be as powerful as you see him here.
No.
Same with Obi-Wan.
Yep.
And you see obviously some of that in Revenge of the Sith, but like this is next level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the ability to like put the Force in a certain way. Yeah, because really, even in the dang the prequels, they were really just like pushing droids over, like, you know, with the Force. Like they were just kind of
Yeah.
and the droids would just be like, you know,
Yeah.
and that was kind of like the extent of what you got from that. And and then the only thing you would ever get crazy Force stuff would be like the Clone Wars and shit. It was like stuff that was animated.
Yeah.
Was when they do crazy shit, or the video games. And it's like for the first time we finally get to see freaking Vader lift a freaking, I don't know, like a ginormous rock, but like in a way it's like, I wanted to say half a mountain, but it's clearly not half a mountain.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's a pretty big piece of sediment,
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
you know?
And
So
Obi-Wan with his like 12 rocks behind him.
right.
Just
Yeah.
firing them off at Vader.
And just, he was popping off on
Very good, yes.
Yeah, I mean, like Yoda, I think probably showed the most Force power originally, right? When like Palpatine does the electric force and he like catches it in his hand and throws it back.
right.
Like that shit went hard.
Yeah, and
And
even
then-
in Attack of the Clones, like, well, I guess and Revenge of the Sith, but in Attack of the Clones, when Dooku drops that pretty big rock,
Yeah.
or he's trying to drop it on Obi-Wan and Anakin, and Yoda stops it, but he's like struggling.
Oh yeah,
with
he's
it.
like really he has to focus hard.
Yeah, and then in Revenge of the Sith, when Sidious is throwing those, I don't even know, those.
Oh yeah, those like floating seats.
floating Senate like
Yeah.
Yeah, pods.
pods.
Yeah.
And even, well, Yoda, you know, he caught those. He
Yeah.
caught those, but he was still a little struggle.
Yeah.
And Vader's just, he's grabbing fucking ships.
Yeah,
it's
man.
fucking Candyland.
Now I loved in that last fight scene between the two of them when half his mask is gone, and you hear a little bit of Hayden Christensen's voice, a little bit of Darth Vader's voice, and they just like mixed it in such a way.
Yes.
Oh, dude. That shit sounded so cool.
Oh yeah.
My God.
Now, Santana, you've been practicing analysis. Like, what's your analysis of that scene?
I just thought it looked cool, honestly.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's it. That's good.
Yeah.
Simple. I like it.
Simple. No, I mean, what I was reading up and seeing on it is really just like there's specific words that are Hayden, there's specific words that are Vader.
Yeah.
Right, and that there's obviously the shine of Obi-Wan's lightsaber on him,
so good.
and then a tear, and then the red.
Yeah.
Just the full, and it's cool that Obi-Wan got to, and it didn't fuck anything up.
Right.
Obi-Wan got to see it wasn't his fault. And then when Obi-Wan tells Luke, Vader killed your father, he's not really lying.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
Sure.
That's exactly what he told him.
Yeah.
He wasn't even trying to be weird or deceitful. He was just like, Vader killed your father. Because that's what that fucking fool told me straight to my face.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Hey, don't shoot the messenger, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This is the one thing that I don't know if you all notice this when watching. In certain scenes, there seems to be a lot of noise on the screen. Typically, the darker scenes where there's shadows, it's very like noisy on the screen. I don't know if you noticed that. And I'm sure it's intentional because why wouldn't it be?
Right.
I can't imagine they have like grainy cameras or whatever that they're using. And it's a thing that happens like when you use a camera in low light. And there's not enough light and there's a lot of like noise and grain.
Right.
And I noticed that on a lot of the shots in this series, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. That is interesting just because, like you said, for a production like that, through a production company like Disney,
right,
that has to be intentional, right?
Yeah, has to be.
And why do you think maybe it would be?
I don't. That's what I can't figure out. Like stylistically, because it's not like the whole show has that grainy, noisy look to it. It's only in the shadowy, dark scenes that I notice it. So I'm not really, that caught my attention.
And I wonder if it's just because the film look is just popular right now.
It might be. It might be.
Everyone wants to use the kind of old school look.
And it might be. And
maybe because, one of the interesting things about watching Star Wars is if you watch it in order, you're watching movies with like all this CGI and good cameras, and then all of a sudden you're watching a movie from the 80s that's like, I mean, not bad cameras or anything, but definitely like a different look, a different feel. Like maybe they were trying to bring that a little. Yeah,
blend the two.
Could be.
A
little blended life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a proposition for you, Estevan.
All right.
Moving on to a different topic. Would you, if you're available, and I'm going to try and get more information on this, if you're available Friday morning, you should meet us at the convention center to see them unveil the statues of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman, and I think Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul are going to be there.
Oh shit, they are. Okay.
So if you're free,
damn, I might have to do it.
Yeah,
yep.
I might have to do it.
If you're free, we are extending an invitation.
Oh well, thank you so much. I think. What time is that at?
Well, so that's the problem. There's literally no information online. Have you been looking it up too, Chooch?
No, I just saw it on TikTok.
Okay. You saw it on TikTok?
The 29th.
That's what it says?
Yeah.
Okay. And who posted that on TikTok?
It had a lot of likes.
Just a random person?
Sure.
Okay.
Then I looked it up and it said that they were doing it.
So. Right. And so that's the problem, is if you go to the convention center website, there is no information. I'm wondering if it's going to be like a media thing.
Yeah.
Where it's maybe not open to the public.
Oh.
But to that I say, this is my city. And I will be in that bitch.
And
Also,
hey,
we could fake credentials as Redband Podcast.
I was gonna say, what do you need to be media?
Right.
A microphone
Right.
and or a camera.
Yes.
We have both.
We do.
We're 35 episodes deep. I think we're pretty established as media.
We're a media outlet.
Yeah, we'll take a microphone with us. Not one of these. I got a different one. You
Yeah.
can take it with us.
Yeah.
Redband on the go.
So if we could do that now, Estevan, are you doing Better Call Saul right now?
I've never seen an episode.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I just dropped a bomb on you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's
know.
better than only seeing some episodes, though.
True.
I say.
Yeah.
True. Like our sister or who had seen
one episode.
One episode.
Yeah. One or
Yeah.
two.
And then watched the latest episode with us.
Yeah.
So okay, well, Santana, I mean, what would you tell someone who hadn't seen Better Call Saul yet? Because I truly believe that my little brother Santana is probably the biggest Better Call Saul fan. I'm not joking.
Oh, okay.
Sure. I would say I know how you feel. Like, what is this show about a lawyer? How is it going to be like anything like Breaking Bad was?
Yeah.
It's different. It's amazing.
All right.
You get to see this Jimmy McGill go through this transformation, and it's tragic and fun and entertaining.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid defense.
Sure.
And based on this is like the last. I mean, this is the last season, and right now we're in the home stretch. This is like yesterday was what one of the last 4 episodes.
Yeah. So we have 3 more.
There's 3 more episodes, and I will say, based on the episode before this, it will change the way you watch Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay.
It'll
Yes.
change the way you view it, and I think there's going to be more things that happen that are going to fundamentally change the way we watch Breaking Bad.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Literally. And so I would plug that as well.
Okay.
It's truly going to make you see it in a different light.
So now, timeline wise, this is before Walt
Yes.
and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with mixture of post Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a storyline throughout the series that is Saul's life after Breaking Bad in not witness protection, but basically hiding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hiding in plain sight,
Yeah.
and so that's an interesting element to it, which they actually didn't address for almost a season and a half or what, like a whole pretty much
Yeah. Season and a half.
like a season and a half. They just stopped addressing that for a second
Yeah.
until this last episode where they brought it back. So there's that too. And I think, another thing I would say to it, to plug it, is it's like me and you were talking about, Santana. It's like more refined.
Yeah. Yeah. More refined. Breaking Bad 2009, 11.
When it ended,
When it started.
when it started, like 2009. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. And then Better Call Saul 2015.
Yeah.
16, yeah.
About.
Yeah. So it's more refined. It does have to follow more rules because of Breaking Bad. It has restrictions, but it works with those really well.
I like that.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
also agree. Yeah, and I would say like it's imagine like, and Breaking Bad is so unique in its own way, but like imagine like it's like they took, I wouldn't say everything they did wrong in Breaking Bad, because I don't think they did much wrong. It's hard to do anything wrong in Breaking Bad, but like I would say, well, how about this? They took everything they did right in Breaking Bad and they dialed it up a notch and
Ooh.
cleaned it up real nice.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
That's
funny.
what I would say.
It's
Yeah.
funny too.
And it is funny.
It is
It's
funny.
probably funnier than Breaking Bad for
Definitely.
sure.
Well, he's a funny character, Saul.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then it's also almost more tragic though.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the same time, it's almost more sad.
Yeah.
Than Breaking Bad too.
Yeah.
All right.
So whenever that happens, but we're gonna have us a day on Friday. We're gonna go see this. Hopefully, them unveil the statues, and then we're gonna go to the Breaking Bad store. Have you gone to the Breaking Bad store in Old Town?
I never have.
Yeah, man. The first time I went, I was like, oh, it's gonna be the Breaking Bad store. You're just gonna be able to buy Breaking Bad memorabilia, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's actually a museum too.
Okay.
So they have a shit ton of stuff in there. It's like a museum, a Breaking Bad museum.
Oh, sick.
So
okay.
very, very good times. Very good time. That picture that we post of me, that's there.
Yes.
Where I'm sitting
One
in
of the only
Salzgitter.
pictures we post of you.
The one picture we post of me.
Yeah.
Anytime I have a thing.
Yeah.
And the picture you'll post of me when I die. I'm not dying.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Don't get sad.
It's just a good picture.
Yeah.
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 And you better never either.
Yeah, I won't.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
find a way to put your consciousness into a thing.
A cat.
Yeah, a cat.
Thank you.
We're
Yeah.
gonna put our consciousnesses into cats.
Sure.
I like it.
And
Yes.
continue to live forever.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, here's what I'm upset about. I'm upset that people are upset. Some people that were putting statues up of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman.
And why am I not surprised?
Right.
Somebody's always upset about everything.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
They say, hey, why would you put up statues of meth cooks?
Okay.
Yeah. And to that, I'd say, they're not actually meth cooks, right?
There you go.
Right? Also, I feel like we put up statues of people who have done way worse things than cook meth.
Real life worse things.
So, go home.
Go home.
You don't have to look at the statue.
Thank you.
Go
home.
home.
Go home.
Go home.
Yeah.
Go home. Yeah, we're not going to see any socialist groups trying to take down the statues of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman. But they will be trying to take the statues down of Spanish conquistadors who pillaged and assaulted villages.
Yes.
Of
You know
Native
what
Americans.
What I hope doesn't happen is that we show up on Friday and we're happy to see the statue.
Yeah.
And we accidentally, inadvertently get mixed in with a group of protesters.
Oh, no.
And then we end up in the background of the news like, protesters are here. And we're like, no, that's not, don't do that.
That would be a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not how I want history to remember me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would say. There's statues of Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul playing characters. And I would also say to those people, you're never gonna get a statue, so shut the hell up.
Exactly.
And until
What
you
have
do
you done?
something as great as that, then shut the hell up.
You have done nothing. And that's why you're upset.
Santana, tell the people what they've done.
Nothing.
There you go.
That's it.
They've done nothing.
Exactly.
So shut up and listen to this show
Yeah.
so we can tell you who you are.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Anyway,
All right.
a lot of pent up anger.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks. But my brother's here.
Yeah,
And
this
our
was exciting,
and
man.
My mommy's here.
Well,
I'm ready
I
to
definitely want to have you back and talk more. I mean, I feel like we've only, just
Yeah.
a little bit of that.
Dip
Yeah.
your toes.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those.
We dipped our toe.
Yeah, and I mean, who knows what? I mean, we've got Nope that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So I'd love to talk about that sometime.
Amazing.
Yes.
And then there's a movie coming out this week, Vengeance, from BJ Novak.
Oh, you got to get on that shit.
I've seen the trailer.
Okay.
And I'm hoping I made the cut because I was an extra in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Me and Matt and his sister.
Awesome.
What?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we're hoping if you go watch Vengeance this weekend or whatever, take a look closely at the bar scene.
Okay.
They shot it here at Dirty Bourbon. And so any scene that looks like it's in a country bar, take a gander in the background at your boy.
Look for your boy.
See if I'm in there. And our good guest Matt, he should be in the background. And his sister is one of the dancers next to Dove Cameron.
Nice.
So she's in the vicinity. She's probably the one who will for sure be in the shots. But
Right. They're like, those two dudes fucking.
yeah.
No, and then a little piece of trivia of Albuquerque film trivia, the Dirty Bourbon, which is also right next door to Saul Goodman's office,
Yeah.
which I actually had no fucking clue. I always thought Saul Goodman's office was like towards Central on Wantabo for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know
it's right
why.
in that little shopping center.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right next
Is
to
it
the
by
Bourbon.
Pelicans?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's right by Pelicans.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yep.
We've been going there all our lives.
That's the spot.
That's the spot. Fucking A.
So
Yeah. Albuquerque Film Trivia,
Yeah.
where filmmakers come to get their shit stolen.
where filmmakers come to watch LA people get flown out to take the jobs that should be given to us instead.
Where film people come to plug in cords into walls, and then sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, that's us. We're the ones who have to do that.
Yeah.
Because they have to hire a certain amount of us, and they let us plug things into walls.
And tape stuff to the floor.
And tape stuff to the floor, and then they tell us to sit down and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And move out of the way.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and don't look Johnny Depp in the eyes, they say. My film teacher literally says that shit.
Really?
Yeah. He says, don't look Sarah Jessica Parker in the eyes.
Is that because you'll turn to stone or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck him.
You heard it here first on
Heard it
Redband
here first,
Podcast.
folks.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got back into the swing of things. We're able to
too.
have your brother on as a guest.
Yeah.
This has been awesome. I want to have you back
Yes.
ASAP.
Thank you.
ASAP.
Yeah, he comes and visits more often, truly, than even he'll come visit even when my mom doesn't come visit. So yeah, next time, let's get you back on. Let's get we'll play a game or something.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
Game.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We can play a little game.
And if we're recording on a Friday, man, and he's here, we can totally do an episode of watching an awful movie.
Yes. Yes. Something a little, we can do a spectacle.
Yes.
And then hopefully your brother's here.
Yeah, that would be great.
And we're gonna need views, so we're gonna do something unethical.
Deathmatch.
Yeah.
We're gonna do something unethical.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching and enjoying and hanging in there and waiting for us to come back after our busy lives.
Thank you.
Life happens. So thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, rate, comment. I don't know what else.
Send to Russia.
Sure.
Send
Wherever.
to Russia.
We'll take listeners wherever we can get them.
Yeah.
So until next time, thank you all. We'll see you.